Hello and welcome to Tina and Karen Do the Tube. I am Karen.
This is Tina, Destroyer of Worlds.
Destroyer of Worlds. Yes. We have
I will
Shiva, the
shatter
goddess.
your world.
Is Shiva a goddess or is it a god?
I think they're gender neutral.
Anyways, I thought that was a reference to sort of the Hindu god Shiva, the destroyer, which is the balance, because there's creation and destruction, and they don't think of destruction as evil. They think of destruction as part of the balance. But whatever. And I'm Karen, disavower of Kanye. Because I am a very vocal supporter of Kanye up until about a few weeks ago, and I voted for him. I wanted him to be king.
Did you really?
I told you. I'm a monarchist. I want
Okay.
I want Kanye to be king of America, and that was the best possible
And he
world.
ruined his chances by making fun of the Jews.
Well, it's funny. Did you actually
Or I
watch
guess worse than that.
Did you actually watch that podcast or listen to that podcast?
Which one?
Well, the one where he basically went on a rant about Jewish people.
I mean, I've heard, and maybe not the whole interview itself, but a lot of people reacting to it.
Yeah, I've listened to the podcast, and the funny part is I don't know what the name of the podcast he went on, but he basically the people he went on the podcast with were like throwing him a lifeline. It felt like they wanted him to sort of change topics. They wanted to get off of it, but he kept bringing it back to the Jews.
Of course.
It was
He has to go with the most controversial statement.
Well, I think there's been this like talk that it's either Candace Owens or it's the Black Hebrew Israelites or whoever it is, but he's definitely, it's like he obviously is in the music industry, which means a lot of record producers are Jewish, so he's had a lot of interactions with them. But I don't know, he just seems to think that like they've turned against him. So, and apparently
Yeah.
he went from being a billionaire to he's still rich, but like he lost like something like $800 million in the last like 2 weeks.
Yeah, Adidas can't drop me if I say anti-Semitic shit.
Oh yeah. But like seriously,
Well, they did. Apparently, they own the rights to his shoes. That
Right.
was a lot of his worth.
Apparently, I don't know if you can go from being like the richest black man in America to still a very rich man. He has like $200 million net worth.
yeah.
But like something like he lost like $850 million net worth like in a matter of like 2
A
weeks.
week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Does he
great.
recover?
Did Mel Gibson recover?
Kind of. I mean, he's maybe not how he used to be, but he's kind of back on his feet.
I think he recovers. I think Kanye's still
That's a good point. I mean, he's the last famous person I can think of that made really anti-Semitic comments.
Well, it was Nick Cannon. He did the same thing.
Did he?
Yeah, but like I don't know if Nick Cannon's that big. He's not as big as Mel Gibson or Kanye, and Mel Gibson's probably not as big as Kanye. Kanye is probably AA list, if there is such a thing.
AA list?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
S tier?
S tier, yeah, S class. All right. Oh,
Yeah. I think if he goes back to making good music and focuses on that, there's always a chance. But something about Kanye doesn't step back.
he doesn't want to. It's his
Yeah.
personality. It's like Bill Burr has the best bit about Kanye there ever was. It's like his ego is just like gigantic and like because Kanye has said that if the Bible was written today, he'd be the main character.
Oh, really? Jesus, fuck.
Like yeah, there's something called the Bible according to Jesus, and it's basically just about Kanye.
Jesus Christ. Talk about a god complex.
Well, he's got the biggest ego on the planet, and like, but Bill Burr, have you ever seen his old Kanye bit?
No, I can't recall that. No.
It's the most hilarious thing because he's all like when he listens to Kanye talk, he thinks like this is an ego that could destroy the world, but then he's just like, oh, thank God, it's a black guy.
Oh no.
Yeah, because like if you put that same ego inside a white guy, like he could destroy the world.
That's true. Was it South Park made their episode about Kanye and the fish sticks?
The gay fish, yeah, of course.
Yeah, the gay fish.
That stuff.
That famous episode. They made it using Kanye specifically because they thought he was the only one that wouldn't understand why it was funny.
And he didn't. Isn't that the
No.
joke? Is he thought he was just, yeah, he just totally didn't get it. Is that right? I didn't know that they did that, but the South Park guys are hilarious. So.
Yeah.
All right, it's been a while. How you been? I mean, like,
It's been months now, probably.
yeah, it feels good to be back in action. Maybe this is more regular going forward. Who knows?
Hopefully, now that summertime and the Northwest is over, we're back to the gray.
Right. I know you've been really enjoying hiking this past year.
Yeah, the last 2 years, honestly, but even more this year.
Good on you.
So,
Good.
yeah, got to hike Mount St. Helens, first volcano. That was awesome.
You climbed to the top, to the crater?
To the top, yeah, wasn't easy.
No. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you're ahead of me because when I first moved to Western Washington, because I used to live in Eastern Washington, I had made a list. Like I said, this year I'm doing St. Helens. The year after that I'm doing Olympus. The year after that I'm doing Baker, and the year after that I'm doing Rainier. Haven't climbed a single one yet. So, so good on you for getting to St. Helens.
Yeah, it's the only one you can do without like real technical gear. So,
Right.
yeah.
All right.
But
But
hopefully
I've been
one.
missing doing this. This is fun. And the weekend of my birthday, this is good.
I know, tomorrow, right?
Yeah, 30. Shit, how old am I now? 33? Damn.
Yeah. 33 years young.
Time goes by, doesn't it? All right. Anyways, what better way to celebrate your 33rd birthday than to reacting to people who get stepped on for a living?
Hell yeah.
So, to set up this video that we're going to react to, it's a Vice video. Vice always comes up with pretty weird stuff sometimes, and that's why I love them. They find the stories of people you would never in a million years think, oh, that's a thing.
I still think about the what's the grandpa who did all the drugs? What do they call those?
Yeah. What was it? The life of something like the senile ravers or so the geriatric ravers or
Yeah,
something.
exactly.
But
Gravers.
Gravers. That was
Yeah.
what it was. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Vice finds these niche stories about people you never in a million years think about, and they do a whole documentary expose about them, and I love it. And so, so this
Yeah.
week we are doing whatever the hell this is. I've not seen it. You've not seen it. Do you have any expectations?
I wonder if it's like a power dynamic, like a dom sort of thing.
That's the only thing I can think it is.
Yeah, is it similar to that, or is it its own like unique sort of
Well,
fetish? I guess.
it's probably a fetish thing. Of course it is.
Is
But
it for the people stepping on people or getting stepped on? Because it's a side hustle.
do people make a living being stepped on? Like usually, I feel like it's the subs who pay the doms, right? Like it's like the people
Yeah, you would think so.
who. But in this, it seems like someone who's making a living getting stepped on.
But maybe it's like the dom feels dominant because he's the one paying, or they're the one paying for it.
Why? How do you feel dominant whenever you're paying someone else to do something?
Because you own them if you pay them, right? In a way.
No, I feel like you're
Maybe for them it feels that way.
maybe we'll get into that. So that's certainly a possibility. You're
Yeah.
paying someone to step on them. I don't know. Maybe I guess there could be a little bit of a domination factor there. Is like it's like you're so lowly that you'll do like anything for money, including getting stepped on. But
Yeah,
I have no idea. So
yeah. Where do they like getting stepped on?
Jesus.
Come on.
Well, I mean, there's about the torso area, which is the only acceptable part, I'd imagine. Everything else is like anything
Off
above the
limits.
waist. Yeah, I would say absolutely. Um,
Anything but the face, please.
it could be like American History X, where you curb stomp someone.
Ooh, ooh, you had to go.
You've seen
One
that
of
movie, though,
the
right?
worst stomps I've seen in cinema.
That is pretty a horrific scene. Good movie though.
Yeah. Boy, do you think it's more women or men that like getting stepped on?
I don't know.
Or do the stepping?
It's just a weird sort of question to
I think
answer.
it's the men that like getting stepped on. I think
Well,
that's my guess.
guaranteed. I feel like whoever we're gonna follow is gonna be a man, but it's just because like I think like 90% of the weird fetishes are usually men. For
Do you
whatever
think it
reason,
usually involves high heels? Is it like a foot thing too?
maybe. All I'm saying is like when if it's a weird fetish, I'm saying 99% chance it's a man. Like it doesn't seem like women's sexuality fluctuate and is as fluid as like and as in like diverse as men's sexuality, but men just get turned on by literally everything under the sun. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, that's true.
if I gave you like
It's a person willing to experiment with anything, it's probably a man.
if I gave you the strangest fetish I can think of, are you betting that it's a woman or a man who has it? Licking walls.
I would bet
licking
it would be the woman that would have the strangest, though.
Really?
I think so.
You think women would have a stranger fetish? I don't know. Maybe we'll find out. So let's get into it.
Let's see.
Cool, let's do it.
Having people walk on me gives me such an...
Okay, well, we established now it's a man. It's an old man. My mic might be a little off. I kind of burst in my ears there, but it could be my headphones. So anyways, but it's an old man.
energy rush that I really enjoy. It's lots of fun at least, and it can be kinky at best.
So it can be kinky, but not always.
He's trying to save face. It's always kinky. Yeah, it's. Can you think of a time? What fun do you get if it's not sexual fun?
Maybe he needs it. I need to be stepped on.
Needs to.
Yeah.
That's a weird need, but I guess we're at that point.
You think it's like a kid thing? Like maybe you're stepped on as a kid?
He's not a kid. It's clearly an old man.
No,
You heard that voice.
This is where it originated.
No, I don't think it.
You think so? Okay.
I think it came about when he was probably reaching the point where he noticed sex was a thing. So what is that, 13, 14?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Yeah, that's when it hit. It's not a little kid who just likes to be stepped on. It's when he was discovering his sexuality, he discovered that he likes to be stepped on. Okay? This is just bizarre. Not that... Okay, so all fetishes are bizarre. True. But, why does this guy deserve a whole expose about his life?
It's a unique one.
It's a unique one, for sure. Let's keep getting it.
My name is Giorgio. By day, I'm a massage therapist, and by night, I'm the human carpet.
Well, that I was not expecting.
I wasn't expecting the carpet part. No.
So he literally... Okay, so we're not going to get to see his face. So is there an element of shame there, or is it just because he is a carpet?
I don't know. This is weird. The carpet threw me off.
The carpet threw you off, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought it would be because he wanted to also pretend to be a carpet.
The fact does the fact that he's a carpet make it less sexual, you think?
Yeah, it makes more sense. People step on carpets all the time, not people.
But who pays someone to step on a carpet? Is there ever a floor that Well, is there ever a floor that you've looked at and said, "God damn, I would pay money to step on that"?
Walking on nice carpet feels nice.
Oh, Jesus.
Right?
You're really defending
nice plush carpet.
You are really reaching to kind of throw this guy a lifeline, is what I'm hearing. All right.
I'll try to understand.
It's reaching.
I dress in carpet, people walk all over me. It's wonderful.
This is Connecticut.
East Coast, where most of the weird fetishes are.
Connecticut has a bunch of rich people, so I guess.
I've been in Connecticut for 30 years, as long as I've been in the carpet. Some orange juice.
Orange juice? Okay, he's been doing it for a while.
30 years is a long time. I'm going to turn the volume down a little bit. I don't know if it's the audio, whether it's my headphones or whether it's coming through the recorder, but it's a little loud for me.
Gotcha.
Looks good. The families that live in this part of town, but their lifestyle is such that they wouldn't imagine that.
Notice they haven't shown his face. It's intentional. He really is trying to keep this a private thing.
Sure, yeah. I mean, I'm sure anyone in his town might recognize him, but...
Yeah. Just by his voice and his chest hair, you think?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, definitely.
He's trying to protect his identity.
Talking to me that I would go to kink parties and goth parties and fetish parties and all of them. And
Jesus!
Carpet. But hey, everybody has a twist to them. That gets my energy going, and yeah, why not? Sure. Life's too short.
I don't know about you, but I have no ambition to basically make money through remote whatever fucking hell. Don't you?
I don't even know what that ad was about.
No, me neither. We don't support ads here. Ads are the devil.
Unless the ads are gonna pay us.
That's right.
Yes.
I take back what I said. If you guys want to pay us to host your products, then I'm all for it. But if you just
We'll let you step on us.
absolutely, I'll roll out the carpet for you.
I'll turn into a bag of sand.
What the fuck?
Well, he was in the picture when he was like in the sand. And people
Okay,
were
fine.
stepping on him.
Just a weird comment. All right.
So these are the three carpets that I have. Red with a beige pattern, a little bit. That's the hole for the arm. And that's the hole for the face. I think this one will fit the theme of the event that we're going to tonight. It's a
he's got
dark
themes.
wave dance party, so this is dark. The footprints are inviting.
I like his feet on it.
Yeah. Is this a foot fetish thing or is it different?
I don't know. It doesn't seem like it seems like the communities could come together.
There's an overlap between the carpet community and the foot fetish community.
Maybe.
Yeah. Okay.
If you saw that in the back trunk of someone's car, what would your first thoughts be? A carpet with like a
The face hole,
in it.
yeah, the face hole and the armholes are a little concerning. If I just saw a carpet that looked like that, I would just think, okay, I wouldn't think anything. It's just someone installing carpet or something. But
maybe they had like a foot scrub thing there. I wouldn't have.
yeah, but the face hole is a bit damning. But even then, you wouldn't even. It's so bizarre. I wouldn't even think that the face hole was a face hole. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
it's just
exactly.
a hole.
My first thought wouldn't go to that.
No. So I have a bit of a cold. But yeah.
People to step on. So I think it'll work best. What I make of an event can vary from 0 to 300 plus.
Makes
Not a lot.
Okay. Well, no, it's not a lot, but it's side hustle. That's what we're talking about here, right? $300 to be a carpet.
And he gets off on it.
Yeah. Would you do it if you didn't get off on it? Like,
That's
okay,
the
I'm
question.
gonna make a radical assumption about you and assume you don't like being stepped on or being a carpet. Someone gave you $300. Would you go be a carpet for a night?
I would need maybe
You have $1. 800.
800.
You need $800 to be a carpet for a night.
I think this guy can't be young either. Like
Oh,
his back and everything can't be doing great from this.
I don't know. Yeah, it's just a lot of people. Is it just for women or for men too?
I don't know.
Like, okay, so like
That might mean it's more of a foot fetish thing if he likes both sexes stepping on him.
here's a question. So you would do $800 to be a carpet for a night, right? I'm assuming you're thinking that's only for women.
I mean,
Well, I hope
I
that.
guess guys could do it too, as long as nothing got like overtly sexual.
I think there's nothing about this that's not sexual. What the fuck is this if it's not sexual? But I'm saying, like, what's your price for it's a women's only event and you're the carpet, and what's the price for a co-ed event?
I would take less money for a woman's only event.
Of course. But like your $800, is that for the co-ed event or is that for the women's only event?
I'd go 500 for the women's only.
So wait, men are only worth $300 more, and you let a man step.
It can't be more than like 4 hours.
All right. Okay, let's continue. I don't want to ask any more of these hypothetical questions because we're getting a little too off.
Like average, say, between 200 and 300 a week, which would be about 1,200 a month. The most tips I ever got was
tips?
He gets tips on top of his rate, his standard
Nice.
rate. Who tips their
Maybe
carpet?
he's a better person to step on. He makes more weird noises that,
Have you ever tipped your carpet?
No. My human carpet, maybe.
Well, this is a whole new realm, isn't it? Like, I mean, like,
Yeah.
I always like kind of wonder about those kind of jobs that are borderline tip worthy or not. Like, do you tip your like plumber or electrician for doing a good job, or do you just pay them their flat rate?
That is always a question. I tipped my watch repair guy today.
Okay. Because there are those jobs, you know what I'm saying, that like, is your flat rate that you're charging me good enough, or should I give you a tip for a good job? And then you got like the bullshit stuff, like I don't want to call out Papa Murphy's, but like you're tipping your Papa Murphy's guy. You know what, they had that line item on tip. It's like, I'm driving to pick up your food and I'm cooking it myself. Why the fuck do I tip you? Like, the whole point of tipping your pizza guy is that they drive it to your house.
Yeah, I mean, they gotta spend their own money, right? It's not...
I don't know. It's like, I'm always questioning, like, should I tip something like that? It's like, tip for waiter, waitress. Yeah, that makes sense. Tip for yep, we're gonna have to upgrade again one day. Sorry, this is what's gonna be. Tip for your waiter, waitress. That makes sense. Tip for your delivery guy. That makes sense. Tip for a service that you have to drive to the place to pick up. And then you just walk right out the door.
I still think you tip them. All right. I think anyone getting maybe a minimum wage job or close to it, probably in America, should be tipped.
Really?
I think so. Yeah.
I don't know about that. It's like, what? Okay,
you've done Uber Eats. How often do people tip?
Well, it depends, because I only take the ones where they tip.
Oh,
So the thing is, like, in the app, they'll tell you what the total cost of your trip will be,
yeah.
and that includes tip. So if I see that it's a low amount, which means that there's no tip, then I just basically skip over.
Oh, okay.
Because if you're just if you're an Uber Eats driver and you're just driving for like the flat rates, like not for tips, then you're basically wasting your fucking time. Like a minimum wage job is more than Uber Eats.
Yeah, I mean, plus the wear and tear you put in your car.
Exactly. So, but like, I mean, but let's talk about Papa Murphy's though. Like, I mean, like, what am I tipping for?
They picked it up and delivered it. Right?
No. With Papa Murphy's, you know what Papa Murphy's is? You pick it up in store and you take it home. They don't deliver.
That's why their pizzas should be cheaper, right?
It's not.
Yeah.
But it's also better quality. I'll give you that. Because like, it's expensive. No, seriously, if you don't order on like a Tuesday, which is, I think they're like their discount day, like it's like $20 for a large pizza.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Not too cheap for a big chain like them.
Yeah, exactly. But I'll give them this: it's better quality pizza than like 95% of the different chain stores. So I like them. But why am I tipping if I have to drive to the store, pick it up, and cook it at home? What am I tipping for?
Essentially the delivery guy's doing the same thing. It's just you have to cook that pizza.
But but the delivery guy's the point. You're tipping for the service. You're tipping because like, hey, you're way more convenient than me having to put any effort into my dinner. I don't know. I just never thought it made sense to tip people when there's no additional service other than just like, I mean, I always do, but I don't know why I do. That's my point. Is like, why am I tipping? It's because like, I don't know.
Just in America, it's just how it is.
Of course,
like
yeah.
Everywhere else, the tipping is not the norm.
No, it's not, because they get paid higher flat rates. Like they get higher wages.
Yeah.
So
it's supposed to be baked into the cost.
Right, which is why we have cheaper products. So you can go out for dinner more or something.
Have you ever done Airbnb?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Do you tip the cleaners? Do you leave them money after you leave?
We've done something like that, but not cash. No, I have. Actually, one time it was cash, but usually it's something like. No, I did. I've tipped the cleaners one time. I remember.
Okay.
They left them like a $10 bill or might have been a 20. I don't know, but like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's a weird one, because you're not supposed to tip, I guess, in Airbnb because of this. They charge the cleaning fee, which they don't in usual hotels, but. It's still, I still think you're supposed to tip.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if a lot of people tip their cleaners.
I definitely could tip more as far as cleaners in the past. I'm a little ashamed of my sister, actually.
Oh, okay.
We just went out for restaurant week. And we just shared. We had a place at this Peruvian place, and she went to the restroom after we got the checks, and I asked her how much she was going to tip. She didn't say anything, and so we tipped the same or something like that. And I saw her. it was like a $70 bill, and she tipped $5 on the $70 bill.
Oh yeah, that's really low.
Yeah, I was like, Sarah, we got to talk.
Well, I mean, I got one worse than that though, because a mutual friend of ours, I don't know if he's a friend at this point, but he used to be a friend.
Okay.
I remember going to a restaurant with him one time and he didn't tip, and we left. And I found out, and this is back when neither one of us had any money. I was a college student, and even I tipped, even though I don't have any money. This basically means I didn't go out to restaurants very often because I thought tipping was a custom. He didn't tip. We left, and he had to go back because he forgot his wallet.
Oh, no.
After he didn't tip. And I'm saying, I don't want to.
Did he tip them that they kept his wallet at least?
They did give him back his wallet, but I hope they stole money from it. I don't think they did. But I remember that being like one of like a big like discussion topic when we were driving away. It's like, you were fucking serious? You're going to go back in there after not tipping?
Well, then, if it's who I think it is, his parents aren't from America, so maybe he didn't grow up around a tipping family.
His parents aren't from America, and it is who you think it is. But at the same time, I just don't know. He grew up in America, so he knows that tipping is a custom. It's not. Everyone knows
That's true. You can't not grow up in America and know that.
Yeah, everyone knows. Like, my wife is not from America, and she understands that tipping is a custom.
Yeah. Is this too much of a tip for this guy who only charges like, $150 to $300?
No. If he's getting a $170 tip for a $300 service, that's a fucking way better tip than anyone ever gets.
Yeah, that's almost 100% of the.
Yeah.
But that was his best.
That's his best. You're right. Let's hear. Maybe he'll tell more about like what an average night of tips for your carpet is. Because I never thought about this.
170 in tips. It's definitely a side income, not a main one.
$1,200 a month is no fucking laughing matter.
No, yeah, that's a nice.
This is southern Connecticut. Here we're about an hour from the very tip of Manhattan.
Oh, this is definitely a New York thing. Crazy people. Fucking Sodom and Gomorrah right there.
Well, it's something about like New York is very dumb and subversive. I don't know, because it's such like a powerful city.
I could actually speak to that. We're gonna lose our broadcast here in a second though, and I need to refill my drink. So should we just cut this out now and then like restart?
Yeah, let's just restart then.
All right. Okay. We're gonna end this call. All right. So we're back. We just had some technical things. We're cheap. That's the technical thing.
It is a very technical thing in life, as I found out recently, being cheap.
Yeah, there's definitely probably a screen sharing video service other than Zoom that doesn't charge you, but we're too lazy to find it.
There's platforms.
Yeah. So we were talking about like why like New York might be kind of dom subby sort of thing, and actually this is kind of an interesting thing. What I read was like, so New York is a very progressive Democrat city, obviously, and like what's interesting is like your sexual fantasy is sort of like the forbidden of what your values are. So what they found was like for Republicans who are all about traditional family values and monogamy, their biggest fantasies typically tend to be about affairs. That's their fantasy. But like for Democrats, their typical sexual fantasy, because they're all about gender equality, is usually dom-sub relationships or just equality in general. A sense of equality and like equal outcomes.
Or maybe inequality then, I guess, with a...
That's the fantasy, is the idea that there's obviously a someone in control and in charge versus someone who's just sort of like following and obedient and all that sort of stuff.
Interesting.
And it kind of makes sense when you think about it, because your sexual fantasy is going to be about the more hidden part of your nature, right? You don't like project this to the world. It's something deep and like it's forbidden to you kind of feeling.
Okay.
Yeah, so...
Step siblings.
Sure, that's actually a very popular category, yes. Stepmom, stepsister, of course. But yeah, that's kind of always found what's interesting is like, yeah, Republicans, conservative-minded people, their big fantasy is about affairs, and like Democrats, their big fantasy is about dom-sub relationships because they're all about equality. So it's kind of interesting. I thought that was.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, and that's why we think this is a dumb sub thing, and it's closest in the greater New York area.
Yeah, of course. If he's in Connecticut, he's got a lot of New York clients. I bet.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep going.
I was 18 when I came to the States. So yeah.
Oh, he's not even.
carpet.
Oh, he's not American. Okay, so.
Okay, so he's importing his fetishes.
Oh, this was this was someone who grew up in the quiet town of in Romania and was like, you know what, I want to one day move to America and become a carpet.
Started selling Persian rugs, then he was the rug.
Yeah, I don't even know where he's from. It's just like this is the idea is that like, I want to live the American dream. I want to become a carpet.
Years have been in the States. I do feel like I have a double life. I think a lot of people do. It's just a matter how you deal with them, how you keep a balance. Now, if I thought people would understand about kinks, why not? I would be open about it, yes.
Do you think we need to come to a place in society where we accept people of all sort of lifestyles? Like, or should there be certain limit? Should there be shame for some things, like this guy?
Yeah, shame or guilt. That was a big video a few months ago.
Yeah, we react to that one of the more serious streams that we've done. The guy who did a whole thing about guilt versus shame cultures.
Yeah, and we were more of a Western culture is more of a guilt culture, right?
Right, you're supposed to feel it on the inside. It's not supposed to be coming from any external force.
Yeah.
Right.
Shit. So the question is, is there at some point where we should just say, hey, enough with allowing everything? What's your question again?
Is there a limit to what we should allow in public? Like what he's saying is basically like, this is his life. And if he could do it in public, openly about it, and not have to hide his face like he is, he would. But because we live in a world that like would judge people for having this sort of kink, he has to hide it. Do you think that we'd be living in a better world if people didn't have to hide their kinks? Or should there be some things that people should feel a little bit of shame about? Sorry, cough. Like I said, I have a little bit of a cold.
That's a good question.
Yeah. Should there be any shame for this guy wanting to be a carpet?
I don't think there should, but I do like to laugh.
Well, yeah, your laughter
As long as you can accept shame for your own, like, you know.
That's guilt.
Yeah.
That's guilt. If you feel it within and you feel like no one's going to judge me for wanting to be a carpet, but I still can't talk about it, that's guilt. But like, if he doesn't want to talk,
shame if he did. I feel like he feels shame if he doesn't want to come out with it.
Because there are some guilty. Because there are some things we do still shame. Yes.
Yes.
Broadly speaking, we're a very accepting culture, but we still have some things we would probably shame.
Yeah. Well, shame serves a purpose, right?
Shame does serve a purpose, but like, do you think like it's better if we all had no shame, or should there be some things that are worthy of shame?
Hashtag no shame.
Hashtag.
I mean, should it be ashamed that I have a mullet right now? No, I like it.
Well, that's
Didn't think I would like it.
Are you gonna rock a mullet from now on?
I don't know if it's gonna happen forever, but
you're running with the idea. You did it as a Halloween.
Running with the idea.
You did a Halloween costume
as a joke.
Yes, but now you're like, you know what? This is pretty cool.
I know.
You are like. Oh my God! You actually are like, you're not Florida Man as a costume. You are like you have a deep down Florida Man that wants out.
I guess that's what I'm finding out.
Maybe the mullet comes back. Maybe that's like that's hilarious, actually.
I don't know how much. I mean, I'm sure I'll get tired of it eventually, but I don't know. For now, I don't feel ashamed.
All right.
Although a little bit, but me does.
Do you think there's more shame in rocking a mullet or more shame in being a human carpet?
The human carpet.
You went, though. It was a thought. It was a thought.
There's a difference in my world, yeah, maybe.
But there was a thought process there. It wasn't just an immediate, like, obviously a carpet.
Well, it's like a value-guided process. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know how to explain it.
Please don't.
It's one of the local hardware stores in Fairfield County. It has all the carpets you want and a lot more, obviously. Yeah.
Do you think he gets like kink out of being a carpet, or just carpets in general? Like when he walks in and he sees a carpet in a home, is he like,
The carpet's just as much as the kink.
Well, is it the idea of being stepped on, or is it just like seeing carpet? Carpet turns him on.
Maybe it is like a little bit of both.
Right.
I don't know. I mean, it certainly looks like he prefers certain carpets for certain events.
That's right. He does do that.
There's carpets for women, carpets for men.
I really hope he doesn't get stepped on by men, but that's just probably my own homophobia.
I love carpets. I really do. I take pleasure in looking at them and looking at all the different selections that there are, different designs.
I'm sorry, I can't look at this and not laugh.
It's hard to, it kind of, it's like a weird, it looks like a Klansman a little bit.
All right.
A carpetman.
I think carpets are beautiful. All I need is a 4x6 or a 5x7. There are some very interesting carpets here. It has a pretty design that looks pretty oriental to me. It's beautiful, but it's pricey. It's just about $200. So it's take about 3 to 4 paying events.
Wait, so he said that was $200?
Yeah.
It would take
about
3 or 4
events to pay it off.
So the average night is only like $50.
Might be, yeah.
Jesus. Like when I was thinking he was making like $300 at an event, like it's like, you know what? Maybe I'll do that as a side hustle, but like $50, this guy really just has the kink.
It sounds like it's just a hobby that maybe makes him a little bit money.
I know, but like $300, that's like that's worthy of consideration, even for like a non-fetish kind of thing. Like,
maybe.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna get off on it, but fuck, $300 is $300. But $50, like, no, I'd rather not get stepped on.
For hours.
Yeah, for hours. Who knows? Yeah, that's gotta be uncomfortable.
The prices of the carpets that I get for the gigs range from almost nothing to about $100. I do not get very expensive carpets simply because it doesn't pay.
Yeah.
6x8, $23. They're cheap. That's an interesting one. It's contemporary.
It's really weird that he has to keep changing carpets.
Wow, why can't he reuse them? I don't understand. Like, is his customer base like really picky about the carpets he picks?
No, it seems like he's more picky.
I know. It's just, but imagine like for his event. Let's say this event, we like to step on people, and then he comes in wearing a red carpet, and they're like, "That's the same one you wore last time." So why does he care?
I don't know.
3x5. It's too small. I need at least 4x6. Maybe I'll make 2 carpets out of this. Yeah.
They're blurring his face like cops.
There you go. Yeah. Like 2 carpets out of 1.
All right.
Does he have to shop at like multiple different stores so they don't pick up on the fact that this guy has a lot of carpet he buys?
Maybe they don't ask.
Can you imagine if you just go to the same carpet store? Because like, how often do you really go to a carpet store?
Not once a week.
Yeah. So I can just imagine like that if you work at a carpet store and you see the same guy in there every week, you just gotta be questioning like, what the hell is this guy doing?
Maybe they think he's like some interior design guy or
Maybe
something.
that could be a good explanation. That's his cover. But like otherwise, I'm just thinking like, I go into a carpet or floor store like once every 5 years or something.
Yeah.
You're not going every week.
Well, he's going to Home Depot though, so the chances of him, running into the same people all the time.
Fuck, he's going to Home Depot? What a fucking punk. You go to a specialty store.
Frugal, man.
No, you go to a specialty store
go
because
to
of
a
high
Persian
quality.
rug store.
You get better selection, better service. Fuck you. I like Home Depot, I do, but like, come on, for specialty items, you go to a specialty store.
I do a lot of things at home. I'm a massage therapist. I do have my clients come in for massages. I'm on call basis with the spa, and they average about 1 to 2 a day usually, and then I average 1 or 2 a day myself. What I experience with
I don't think that there's any, like, I don't think there's any part of me that would think like, is there any job that you'd be like okay with like someone who touches you to be also be a carpet guy?
Is this how he gets most of his clients?
He's like, hey, I know I'm giving you a massage, but I also have a side hustle as a carpet. Just in case you have a special event coming up, like maybe a birthday, I function as a carpet.
I mean, it makes sense. He's a massage therapist. Obviously there's some sort of touch involved.
Yeah, there's a lot of touch. It's something like that.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna have to take a quick restroom break and refill my drink.
Okay.
All right. Back from my quick restroom break. You have any thoughts?
No, I was just looking at the score of the Phillies Astros game.
Oh yeah, I walked out on the no hitter.
I haven't watched any of them, but yeah, I did hear about the no hitter.
I was watching the game at a bar, and like I was with a friend, and he was telling me you can't leave. It's a no hitter. You regret it, and I'm like, I just want to go back. I'm home. I'm just tired. I don't want to watch this, especially when they took out their starting pitcher. I feel a little bit gypped by that. Like that guy must
Not
be
quite
pissed.
the same.
Well, yeah, that guy's gotta be pissed. Like I got a no hitter through 6 innings, and you're gonna take me out. I'd be
Yeah,
pissed.
for a chance of career defining history, but
Second no hitter in World Series history. Second, and
Combined
this guy
no-hitter
could have been
or-
It's the first combined. The first no hitter in World Series history was Don Larson,
Okay.
in like 1956 or something like that,
yeah.
and it was a perfect game. But the only perfect game or no hitter in World Series history. This is the second no hitter, but it was the combined no hitter. But it just pisses me off that they took him out.
Yeah, part of me would be pissed, but if they looks like they're gonna get a ring, I'm sure that soothes the pain a little bit.
Well, the Astros are the better team, so they should win. But who's winning right now?
Astros 4-1 in the 8th.
Oh, they're gonna win. Yeah, of course. All right. I hate the Astros though.
Fuck 'em.
Yeah, go Mariners.
With my clients is I give them an energy release or an energy balance through applying pressure points and strokes also.
No strokes. I fucking don't need to hear that word. No. You know what I'm saying? No way.
I've never had a professional massage.
Really?
I used to have one day.
Oh, I've had them. Yeah,
What's
they-
your thoughts?
They,
Overpriced?
what was that?
Overpriced or
No, worth it. I think that
definitely worth it?
Oh yeah, definitely massages. I've left massages feeling so relaxed and so much better after having a lot of muscle tension. So I think that they're well worth
Okay.
it. Yeah, absolutely.
What about foot massages?
Never had that. I'm not going to pay someone to pay
Being
someone.
stepped on.
Those are two questions. They're not related. Don't try to combine them. I would never.
When you were a kid, you ever have people like walk on you?
What?
That
No.
was a thing that we used to do. Like people would just walk on them, pretending to give them like those Asian like massages where they like are just walking on you.
Is this a weird uncle?
I don't know. I think I remember doing it in like church.
What?
Like it was just like a youth group thing. Like oh, I don't know.
Are you?
It
Are
wasn't
you?
a sexual thing.
Well, I hope
It's
not.
just
but-
like, oh, I can withstand the weight of you or whatever. And
I'm a little fucking like. I mean,
now you're weirded out.
well, I just feel like I'm hearing about this for the first time. I'm not gonna lie. I just like you're saying it like a youth group church. Someone walked on you.
Like it was kids, yeah. It was
Other
kids
kids,
walking
okay.
on other kids.
It
Yeah.
wasn't like a youth pastor or something.
Yeah, it was just like I don't know, like monkeying around. No, it wasn't an adult.
Okay. Yeah, I mean like
Because that, if being a kid, that would crush you.
true, but nothing about this seemed right. But like it would have
It's
been
just-
worse if
yeah.
it was like adult, I guess.
Yeah, just kids walking on each other.
That's just weird. Really? Why'd you guys do that?
I don't know. It's just pretending to give someone one of those like Chinese massages or like, I don't know.
I never done it.
You know how heavy someone is.
Okay.
Definitely wouldn't do it now as an adult. It seemed like it would fuck with me, my
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
Notice he's always face first. It's always the stomach, never the back.
Yeah, that's weird.
That I know of.
It is always the stomach, yeah. Okay, so I might have had a visceral reaction to your story, but like now that I think about it, it's not that weird. But like,
Yeah.
it's
I think
like,
your mind went to church and like this fetish thing is like, oh shit, what was going
my
on?
mind's on
And Tina's
fetishes
like,
right now. So yeah, the first thing I thought is like, oh, is this like a weird like story about how you were molested as a kid and you don't realize?
no.
All right.
Wow, I never realized all that stepping was.
Isn't that like? But that's like
sexual.
It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, right? Like Charlie.
Oh yeah, yeah. What happens with him?
Well, for one, like he had all those like. First off, he didn't realize that all those men were railing on his mom. Remember, like all the Santas.
Yeah.
And then Mac has to explain to him, like, no, your mom was like a prostitute.
Well, she doesn't come across as
And-
because she seems like she's just a normal mom.
And
sort of.
second, he's got Uncle Jack who likes to wrestle with him.
Oh.
It's really, oh god, that's a funny show. I gotta rewatch that show. That's a good show.
Oh, it's a great show.
Yeah.
And then it's my turn to get my own physical therapy in the way that I enjoy the most, and that is being on the carpet.
Being
In my
there.
day-to-day life, the last thing I would want to do is create scenes. I'm a very private person.
I like solar power.
You like solar power?
No, not like as a. I do like solar power for small scale operations, but I don't think solar is a feasible alternative to fossil fuels. No.
Sure.
Sure, but in theory, I like solar panels. I would want one on my roof. I would.
Why not?
Yeah,
I
sure.
mean, it couldn't, as long as it doesn't cost too much, I'm sure it paid for itself.
Sure, yeah, absolutely. Okay, sorry, that was a joke about the ad we just watched. No, I'm pro nuclear. I always like nuclear. Anyway.
My mind's still going over like why he likes it face first. To me, if I were like to be stepped on, I'd want it to be on my back, not my stomach. It's more vulnerable, it seems like.
I would feel like I'd rather have my back walked on than my stomach. The stomach would make me feel like I'm gonna vomit.
Yeah, exactly. Like, what's his eating routine before these events?
Ooh, I have fucking pasta, heavy pasta with white sauce.
So if they step on him and he farts, like, does that
Oh, he doesn't get
does
tipped.
that ruin the experience for everyone?
Well, he probably doesn't get tipped as much. It's like I could have just put down a rug and not have it fart.
With an inherent risk in carrying out an endeavor like this, being a human carpet. Some people that you
I just can't look at that video. I gotta go back. I can't just walk the dramatic shots.
Him walking through the field.
Yeah, the dramatic shots in the documentary style. It's just I can't take this seriously. Who the fuck takes this serious?
Him coming out. He's not being shamed anymore.
Oh yeah. Well, he still has his face covered. So
Sure.
endeavor like this, being a human carpet. Some people that you know that are close to you on your other side of life may know about it and they may not understand it.
oh yeah.
I can't say that the old friends and family that I have would be supportive of my carpet activities.
I think they're just the tiny face one.
Yeah. Well, what the fuck is that? Seriously, is that just stepping on your face? That seems like it's gonna.
That's gotta be horrible for you.
Yeah, it's gotta be.
No matter how hard I try to explain it to them.
Wait, he's tried to explain it?
I'm sure he's how old is he? He's told some people in his community that he does this.
Possibly he's actually tried to explain to someone. Just I don't need anyone to understand. Just understand that I don't need you to understand why I do it. Just let me do it because I'm a free person. I want to do it.
Do you think he told them voluntarily, or did they sell pictures of him or him enacting and practicing?
You mean it got out? I'd imagine
Yeah.
I'd imagine it got out
What
somehow.
would be your reaction if you found out I was a carpet, I was a step-on guy?
I love you so much. I'm just yeah, you do you. But
Would you be surprised?
I would. I'm
He's
not
like,
gonna
I
say
didn't
it.
pay you for that.
I would obviously be surprised by that, but I wouldn't care. Just like, okay, fuck it, that's what you do.
Just don't talk to me about it.
Yeah,
all the time.
exactly. It'd probably be that. I'd probably have that level of like interaction and in depth like in discussion about it. It'd be like, okay, that's a you thing. Like,
I'm not gonna understand it no matter.
I'm
how
not
hard
gonna
I
understand it. I don't want to understand it. But like, you know what? You do you.
try.
Like,
Just
but
don't
imagine,
tell everybody.
But I can imagine this guy totally coming up to people and trying to explain it why it makes sense. But like
Trying to logic it out.
yeah,
maybe.
logic it out. It's like it's the feeling of feeling like vulnerable to someone else and
Well, he
like
hasn't really explained it at all.
open up
yet,
your
right?
heart. I know he hasn't explained it.
Open up your home.
You gotta open up your heart to people and open up. That's what it is. Oh Jesus!
It's rather painful for me.
Wait. What's painful for him? Being stepped on, or is he talking about something else?
I think dude trying to
The
explain it
carpet
to.
activities, no matter how hard I try to explain it to them, just inflicting that shock on them is rather painful for me.
The shock.
I don't see the benefit of driving them through that experience. We are on our way
This is the point where he shows that he lives a normal life other than the carpet thing.
to New York.
Just filling up the gas.
Filling
like
gas
normal
to make
person.
sure I have enough gas for the round trip.
Oh, they're gonna turn this into inflation thing.
Typical trip.
Not
to
cheap
the
to
city
drive into New York.
costs
Yeah.
me anywhere between $70 to $80 between gas and toll.
Jesus Christ, yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, is he charging enough?
Average total cost of a trip $600. It's cost $600 for a weekend trip. Wait,
Wow.
I do that at least twice a week. What's
Week, sometimes
so
four
$40 a
times.
Hour drive. Probably lots of traffic.
yeah? I'm starting to realize it's not as profitable to eat carpet as I thought.
I don't know if I can call this a side hustle anymore.
Yeah, I mean, Jesus.
Situations can be exciting and you know, quite.
That's not a bouncer. That's a fucking bouncer.
That
Look at
looks
that
like
guy.
a guy that likes to be stepped on to the right.
Like, yeah, I'm just look at that guy. That's not a bouncer. That guy's tiny. He's got a mustache bigger.
Got a mustache for ages there.
Yeah, very much a big mustache.
Arousing.
Mr.
I
Carpet
find that
Tips.
to be quite attractive. And of
Ladies'
course,
his face
she's
too.
having
Oh, he only likes
fun
ladies stepping on his
doing
face.
it too. Oh my God! Oh, who doesn't? Who doesn't? This carpet is what people see. I refer to it as the shell that I put on me after I put other things, and those other things would be some padding. If you put enough padding, it'll be a more flat surface for people to stand on.
What the fuck?
I make sure I go to the bathroom before I get in the carpets. Usually 4 to 5 hours is safe. I don't need a bathroom.
Giorgio is a long-time staple in the scene where he feels safe, where he feels wanted, you know, where people are open to that sort of thing. He'll be there, and we always enjoy having him.
He's having a hard time keeping a straight face.
I don't know about that. I think he enjoys it too.
Oh, okay.
By looking at that guy, I felt like he enjoys it.
I would love to. I would stomp on the human carpet if he or she wanted me to.
Okay, that
Okay.
that fucking bitch has got
Yeah.
like some issues. Like, what's
I
that?
would love to. I would
Stomp on
on
it.
the
Stomp
human
on
carpet if he or she wanted me to.
He or she? It's clearly a he, but
Okay.
like. Oh.
I'll probably order a drink like standing right on top of it. It's kind of normal for New York City, yeah.
Holy shit! Is that a man or a woman?
What do they identify as?
Fucking hell!
I'll probably order a drink like standing right on top of it. It's kind of normal for New York City, I don't know.
God damn it!
I only see legs and shoes and feet. The more I look like a carpet and less of a human, the more steppable I will be. If people see only a human being in me, they would be less prone to stepping on me.
All right.
There are moments when people step on me, they're curious, they want to experience it. I try to dance them and bounce them up and down and give them a little wavy motion.
Interesting.
Have you ever thought that like your floor doesn't move enough for you?
Well, it's weird because like for a time he's like, the more real the carpet I am, the better. But he also likes to make them know that he's also alive too.
Why though? Why do you want to be known as like be like it feels like if you're a carpet you should be basically be quiet and just ah
Would you indulge in this guy's fan? If he asked you to step on him, would you do it?
no. No, because I know he's getting off on it. It feels weird. I don't want to do that. It's like it's never been an impulse of me to help someone get off.
It's like, Jed, I need this. Or Karen, I need this.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to bleep that, you fucker. Karen, I need this. All right. I'm editing that part out. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, like, dude, no. I would not want that. I can't believe
Okay.
it. Yeah, no. Would you? Okay, if one of your close friends came to you and said, Tina, you can help me get off if you just do X for me. Would you do it?
No, I wouldn't want to become a regular thing, you know.
So the fact that it's like you don't want to be called upon. Come on, it's a weird thing to ask of a friend.
Hey, would you just mind stepping on me?
Just for a bit. Like it's not going to become like a regular thing. I promise. Just this one time, just step on me.
That's how it starts.
That's how it starts.
Magic carpet, so to speak. People that I've seen before, who've walked on me before, jump on me because they love doing it, and that really makes my day.
Oh. Oh. It's weird for me to think that I can go to New York one day and just step on this guy.
We could be doing that shortly.
Yeah, are you gonna do it?
Well, this is still a question up in the air here.
Ah, come on. Well, you gotta make that decision. You gotta make that
I know.
decision. Come on, you gotta pull the trigger because it's getting closer to the date.
How was that one?
Let this be a selling point to going to New York. Let this be thinking like, okay, I'm missing out on my chance to see Rockefeller Center, see the Statue of Liberty, and step on a guy.
Just step on it. It was the highlight.
That's the highlight.
Exhilarating. Step on an
The
old
carpet
man.
takes a lot of time of my days, so that's one conflict with having a relationship that would be satisfactory, at least to the other partner.
What?
I currently do not have a partner.
It's a lonely
Different
life.
stages of my life. I did, on and off. Most of the times, she thought that she could deal with me being in the carpet and doing this, but ended up not being able to deal with it.
Oh, that's
It's
sad.
just too much for her.
That's a hard thing to ask of someone to basically accept this part of your life.
Yeah, I know. This would be a deal breaker. He can't give it up.
Yeah, he can't give it up. I mean,
Is it the fact that other people are stepping on him she can't deal with?
I think that like if he got off on just her stepping on him, would it be enough, or does he have to be like a carpet for everyone?
Seems like it has to be carpet for everyone.
That's the problem,
'Cause
though, right?
It takes time out of his day, and
What
that
if
was
it's
part
like-
of the issue too.
What if it's like a monogamy thing? Like it's like what if she said to him like, I can handle you being a carpet, but I want to be the only one who steps on you. And he's
Maybe
like,
what? Maybe he could do that, but it sounds like it has to be at least a couple hours every day.
yeah, that's probably
Or
an issue.
every
It's like,
weekend. Yeah.
but that's the thing for a lot of people. It'll be like, you know what? You're getting off on these other people doing it. I'm not into that. It could just be a monogamy sort of thing. Like it's like I only want you to be thinking about me when we're doing that sort of stuff. Or it could just be, quite honestly, it probably is just the weirdness of the fact that he's getting off on being stepped on like this.
I feel if I had a partner that wanted to be stepped on, I'd sure.
You think?
Yeah.
Okay, so
It
if you had
doesn't seem like it'd be the biggest thing for me
this would not be a deal breaker.
if she needed me to step on her.
No. If she wanted to be stepped on by others. See, I can hear, I can see you thinking about it. It's actually about a monogamy thing. It's like you feel like he's getting or in this case, she would be getting off on others. And that part bothers you.
I think it would bother me if people knew we were together.
No, I mean he's pretty private.
Obviously, probably not.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right.
It definitely wouldn't be as easy.
Okay. It wouldn't be.
This time, I'm not sure I can balance a relationship with the carpet. I've tried many times and I couldn't.
That's sorry. That statement alone is just worth like 1,000 words right there.
Well, you know, he's trying. He's old.
He is. He's trying. He's old. He's been through it.
Can I have it both with a partner? No.
The fact that he's walking around New York wearing that carpet, though.
You must not feel that much shame.
No.
Oh, I don't think so, unfortunately. That's why I gave up on finding a partner.
This is the sad part of the documentary where we actually sort of empathize with the carpet.
Can we have a break?
Oh, no, he's actually sad about the fact that he can't find a love.
I'm blessed to have a lot of following and a lot of people who love me.
In that way, you have
kind of sad.
No, you have to sort of think like someone's sexual kink is actually a curse. It can be.
Yeah.
It is.
It sounds like he really does want a partner.
Yeah.
Not as much as he wants to be a carpet.
No, but it's like it is a trade-off of values. It's a trade-off of wants. Yeah. And like I can actually sympathize with that. It's like he doesn't want to if he could basically like say like a genie grants him a wish. I can cure you of your carpet fetish and you'll be able to have a normal relationship.
You think he would take it?
I don't know. Well, in that moment it feels like like he'd rather just be able to have a normal functional relationship, but at the same time it's a part of who he is.
That's true. Yeah. Sad truth.
For sure.
And love what I do and love to walk on me and that a lot of times that gets in the way.
But should it?
What's going on here?
It's Queens.
Different version.
Hey, Jim? Is that a sunglass? You're the man.
You're the man. Okay, close your eyes.
We can kind of see him now.
At beach parties, it's too hot for the carpet. I'm basically a human quicksand.
Okay, he's a quick.
Okay, so he does. He do it during the day and at night.
He ventures out.
Just my head sticking out, and the rest of me is covered with sand. And again, my sign that says "Step on Sandman." I can feel people's steps better.
Is this something that people want to do? Like,
I don't know.
like
I would be more comfortable with stepping on carpet sandman than carpet man.
well, like I mean, like there's a booth about this sort of stuff. Like, is this something like the average walkabout person goes like, "Oh, I could step on a guy."
The sand cushions like the effect, but the footstep goes through the sand. There's not too much sand on it, so I can feel each wonderful step. Can I have an ice cube, please, from the cooler? Thank you.
I know Giorgio about I would say about 14 to 15 years ago at a venue. He's got good heart, you know. He's very empathic. He feels energy when people step on him.
You're right. It has nothing to do with sex. It has everything to do with just empathy.
What about the other person empathizing with him?
You're right. All those it's like there's like some sort. I imagine like some sort of like religious like gathering of women like protesting like this is like disturbing. You're ruining the kids, and like that guy coming up to it's not sexual. It's empathetic. It's about love. It's about emotion. It's not about sex.
Sympathy.
It's about sympathy. It's not about sex.
I met him.
It's like think about the children like Helen Lovejoy from like The Simpsons.
Think about the carpet.
One
of the parties.
Yeah. Oh, we didn't have much warning there, did we?
No.
Just
Well, I
cut.
knew it was coming. I didn't know if we'd seen it.
Oh, I didn't see it. So.
Okay.
It's okay. It's all right. This is what he likes. Go right ahead.
There's a part of me that likes giving other people pleasure, like enjoying moments that they can't get from other places.
What the
hell?
This one is really starts getting really sexual. It just feels like it feels.
This is the most sexual one so far.
It feels very much like This can't be interpreted any other way. It's. Oh, okay.
He's enjoying it.
I know she and he are enjoying it. It's not the issue of consent is not the issue. It's the fact that we're watching it. I'm not consenting to watching it.
Erections
Yeah, he does.
through this?
I don't know.
Does he like people stepping on his erections?
Good question. I don't know. This is a big part of the.
Totally naked in the sand. Does he have some underwear?
This is going on for a little long while. Oh. Oh my god.
It was an
It felt
important
like
scene.
a lot of beautiful pressure. Kind of naughty fun.
Naughty fun. See, he says it himself. It's naughty fun.
Okay. It's
As long
not.
as I can keep going and there are people who are happy to step on me, I will just keep going. What I want for myself in life, just continue doing what I'm doing and hopefully meet that right person one day.
Well, he hasn't given up on trying to find the right person. I mean, he's got white hair there, so I imagine he's at least in his 50s.
At least, yeah, I can't imagine. You're 50 on the young side.
Right, exactly. Yeah, he could be in his 60s maybe, or I don't think he's in his 70s by how he's able to take this sort of beating.
Yeah, it's insane. Like, this is not an old man's fetish.
It's not an old man. What is the old man's fetish?
Oh shit, I gotta change my username.
Oh shit, I didn't even notice.
Yeah, I didn't notice either.
Holy crap. Okay, I'll
It's
try.
okay.
You were okay with that?
Yeah.
Should I edit all that out?
That's okay.
Okay, shit.
It's a huge pleasure to convert, so to speak, people into carpet walkers. You know, people who would at first be freaked out totally from walking on a person, into people who would take pleasure doing so. That's a huge reward for me. Yeah, I'd love to continue doing that, yeah. I see myself retiring from the human carpet scene maybe 10 years after I die.
Oh, Jesus. Never give it up.
There you go.
Do you think he means that literally?
He will be the sand. He will be the sand someday.
Okay, do you think he means that literally, though? Like, is he expecting, like, once he dies, he wants them to be, like preserve his body, mummification, and put it underneath the stools?
I think they cremate him, and then he's like the sand. He's actually the sand.
Ah. Alright, that's the end of the video.
We actually made it to an end of a video.
It's very rare. It's very rare when we make it to the end. But, like,
I would have liked to hear if there were more people that do this as a side hustle. It sounded like it was mostly just him, maybe.
yeah. Are you looking for side hustles?
No, I just want to hear more about the stepping world.
You didn't like the fact the documentary was all about him. You wanted it to be about multiple people.
Yeah.
Who did? All right.
But that's okay.
I think it's a unique thing. It's very unique. So
Doesn't sound unique to New York, according to those people.
if this existed, it probably wouldn't surprise me. It's in New York for sure. Or Los Angeles.
Sounds like the venue. Do you think the venue pays him to come, or is it just solely tips?
It does seem like it's the one bar that asks him to return.
Yeah.
I wonder if they put that on the sign outside the business. Come step on the human carpet. And then okay, fine. That's a selling point for some people. Who knows?
Could be.
Yeah.
I don't know. Strange.
Yeah. Any final thoughts?
It was a good video. I mean, it was a genuine, reaction. Like you can't give this up. As much as he can't get other parts of his life fulfilled. Like,
yeah. Do you think that he'll ever find true love?
He hopes so.
I hope so too. I hope he gets there. All right, this has been a good video. For Tina and Karen, do the tube. I'm Karen.
This is Tina.
All
Hopefully
right.
see you next week.
Next week. I'm really hoping we get back in the rhythm of this. All right. Stay safe, everyone, and stay hydrated. We love you.
Peace.